I only have a 350,000 peso life insurance policy. And nung na-share ko to as part of my sunset protocol, madami nag-message and nag-suggest for me to increase my coverage. Pero I am not going to do so, and here are the 4 reasons why. So hi, I'm a mom of 3 and a breadwinner building a 60 million peso portfolio. Marami nga nagtataka kung bakit nga ba ang kinuha kong insurance is only worth 350,000 pesos when I pass. And 700,000 if it's due to an accident, while yung sa husband ko naman is 500,000 and 1 million peso if it's due to an accident. Syempre, marami ring nag-point out na kulang yun. And I guess if numbers talaga yung usapan, maliit siya talaga. Pero ano bang silbi ng insurance na yun for me? I think yun yung mas important question. Pero inahin muna natin yung mga reasons. First, it's about retention and solvency. Nung kumuha kami ng insurance, ako yung kusang nag-reach out sa agent ng insurance and nagpa-quote kasi I know kailangan namin mag-asawa at the time since bata pa yung mga anak namin and kakapanganak ko pa lang dun sa middle child ko at the time. Nag-coincide din yun dun sa goal ko na 10 million in 10 years. And ang monthly contribution namin at the time is 1,500 pesos for me and 2,500 pesos for my husband. A total of 4,000 peso combined for 10 years. Kung susumahin natin yun, ang total contribution ko is 180,000 and sa husband ko naman is 300,000. So ito yung value ngayon ng policy ko with the 350,000. Its current value is 46,048 cents. While doon naman sa husband ko, yung sa kanya is 168,523.61. So malayo siya doon sa ine-expect natin na number of contribution. Pero naiintindihan ko yan kasi ang binabayaran ko dyan is yung face amount in the event that it happens at hindi yung current fund value. Actually, truth be told, marami pa akong mga na-miss na payments dyan and hinahabol ko na lang siya kapag nagkakaroon ulit ako ng pera, which is why naging useful din sa akin to choose VUL instead of term insurance. So going back, ang unang question for us is, meron ba kaming financial capacity to pay that? Yes, hindi ko na kinonsider yung increase namin kasi maliit lang yon yung yearly. Pero alam ko na in terms of sustainability, kaya namin siyang i-sustain. For me, mas risky kung kumuha kami ng napakalaking policy tapos maglalapse lang dahil hindi namin kayang i-sustain yung payment. Second, hindi ako naniniwala dun sa insurance fantasy na tipong kung may malaking coverage is set na ang family ko and protected na sila for life. May mga factors pa na dapat i-consider for that. For me, like money, insurance is a tool. Kaya kasama siya sa Sunset Protocol as base protection. Sa totoong buhay, maraming technicality sa claims at kung bata pa yung anak mo, pwedeng hindi rin ma-manage ng maayos yung perang may iwan. Kaya kasama yan sa mga unknowns. Hindi mo na malalaman until it eventually happens. That is connected to the third reason. Ang goal ko is to protect my family pero still to elevate them and give them room to grow at hindi para gawin silang dependent sa perang may iwan kapag nawala ako. This is the reason why we have transparency and kung bakit ako nagbe-build ng Sunset Protocol para they can learn to build for themselves kasi they will be parents. And if hindi sila handa to build on their own, I have failed my grandchildren. Mauulit lang yung cycle at ako na yung pagmumulan. Lastly, at dahil nga my children are growing up, nagdi-decrease na yung dependency ng mga anak ko sa aming mag-asawa and part yun ng process. I believe meron silang sarili nilang character evolution na dapat nilang ma-achieve sa buhay nila and may hirapan sila kung palagi kami magsisilbing training wheels for them. Gradually, I will no longer be in control and I will only have partial influence over them. So, I talk to them openly about these things right now. For example, kahit na nagtayo ako ng bahay na may 3 pinto, they know and understand that they can only stay there while they are single. Once they have their own families, they need to move out kasi we don't know what the dynamics are going to be with their partners. And also, they are building their own families. My eldest is also turning 18 and we are going to start with a 3-year plan ko for him on financial independency, starting with transferring his savings to him when his bank accounts are active. If he needs to fail to learn his lessons, I want him to do so now na kaya ko pa siyang saluhin at willing pa siya to accept corrections. Ang role natin bilang magulang is alisin ng training wheels para matuto silang tumayo sa sarili nilang mga paa. So anyway, the main idea I was always thinking is the math is always solvable. Again, yung 40,000 sa Sunset Protocol covers basic needs and I trust that my husband will be able to make ends meet if that would happen. Mahihirapan sila ng konti but they will be able to survive. Even better than some people. In the event I am left behind, malakas din yung paniniwala ko na kaya kong itaguyod yung pamilya namin as a strong girl. If nagkataong nagkasabay kami, my eldest is almost 18 years old, can read, understand. Actually, my 14-year-old is meticulous pagdating sa mga instructions so I know he will have a lot of questions and siya yung may tendency to follow the plan that I have set for them. And in that event, I know they will work together and support each other. Actually, I can already see that in how they manage their spending ngayon pa lang. Medyo spoiled lang sila pagdating sa food at medyo tamad sa bahay like most kids, but they know and understand that in order to earn money, they must bring value to the world. And for me, ang strongest protection I can give is not the amount of insurance policy I have, but yung pagpapalaki ko sa kanila ng maayos and knowledgeable on those situations. So, sasagutin ko ulit yung question, ano ba yung silbi ng insurance for us? Para sa amin, insurance should have a cycle. Nagsastart siya from being a must-have, becomes good to have, and eventually should be nice to have. And that's the update for today, group mates. See you on the next one.